joined by Stony Brook head coach Chuck Priore. Coach, when you're ready, you want the opening statement?
Absolutely. When you don't win, it starts at the top of the organization. And the kids have played hard, and they're competing. And I think you see that on the field. I've seen it in practice. We're obviously not a good enough football team to make up for the mistakes. In the third quarter, we had an opportunity to get back in that game, if we all witnessed. And we recovered from some of those penalties. Can't turn the ball over. New Hampshire was going to throw for 350 yards against whoever they play against. That is not a Stony Brook problem. That is a fact. Okay? Offensively, we needed to score points. We had a couple of opportunities, as we all witnessed, and we didn't score the points to keep the game in bay. And at the end of the day, those things fall on my shoulders, and we will fix them.
I guess along those lines of fixing things, when you look at the way the season has gone, subtracting out the final results of these games, can you put your finger on one or a couple of things that have gone sideways for you guys?
To be very candid with you, we were a young team going into the season. I think the young team has had a tough time, overcoming young mistakes. Secondly, we unfortunately had some untimely injuries early in the year. We've started 6 different offensive lines this year. On those untimely injuries cause other kids to be on the field that are backups that played well. So the sideways part, honestly, is not the way I view it. I view it as this is a football game. 2 teams get on the field. One wins, one loses. You look at the scoreboard, and if your scoreboard wins, that's the only thing that's important, that it's going to be a long season all the time. New Hampshire's a good football program. I'd like to think we're a good football program. We just didn't win.
I guess, how do you approach these final 3 games? Do you look at it as a chance to win a game, or do you look at it as a chance to maybe experiment with some of the guys that might be coming back next year, or a combination of both?
There'll be no experimenting with personnel. We'll always try to win the football game. I do understand your question. If we have guys that should be playing, they'd be playing already. So I think they're on the field anyway.
So you had touched up on this in your opener, but you guys killed yourselves with penalties today. You had over 100 yards in penalties, and some say that 100 yards in penalties cost us 7 points. So just what do you have to do this week in practice to nullify that? And why were you guys so sloppy today?
Well, we were one of the least penalties teams in the league up until this game.
Right.
So I don't know the answer to it. I'll have to watch the film. There were a couple of ones that we certainly could have avoided. Okay, 2 of them specifically that I remember. Some of those are aggression penalties. They had 8 penalties too. They had 8, we had 11. That means this official crew like calling penalties, maybe. I don't know.
I thought Casey looked awesome again today. Accurate, confident, should have had another touchdown to his ledger, right? So what are you seeing from Casey as he's progressed throughout the season? And how do you think he did today?
I think overall, when I view our team, one of the things we wanted to become was a better passing team. I think we're taking strides to getting receivers over and connecting. He still needs to get more accurate. He needs to be 24 out of 29, and you'll look at those plays, those 6 plays where it was a little behind them, that could be caught a little bit over, and to me that's something that needs to be worked on. Darren came in and was 4 for 4. So I think we are building our resume in that aspect of it. It needs to continue to get better. Getting behind in these games don't help the run game. It's hard to establish a run game. So I think we rushed for the same amount of yards that Albany rushed for last week in their game. They just kept the score closer and scored more touchdowns. We need to score touchdowns. We're not scoring touchdowns. At the end of the day, we're not scoring points.
Can you put a finger on why you're not scoring touchdowns?
Well, as coaches, we go back and look at those things. And coming into this game, we had 8 opportunities. We felt on big plays that for some reason they didn't get finished. And then we had, I believe we've missed 5 field goals during the year. Okay, we had another one blocked today. High snap. So there's been about 14 or 15 opportunities. There was one early in the game to Cole Benucci. And not Cole's fault. It's part of the game. Like to see him catch it. Was it a great ball? Was it a bad ball? Wide open. Got to catch those balls. We got to execute those balls. So, I think I'm going to wake up tomorrow morning and it's going to all go away and we're going to fix the problem.
0-7, that's a tough pill to swallow. How much pressure are you feeling to earn a win?
Pressure? Ain't no pressure. Yeah, no pressure. It's a football game. We're pretty good at what we do. My boss is pretty good at what he does. I'm pretty good at what I do. The kids are pretty good at what they do. The only pressure is you let pressure hit you. It ain't hitting us in the face.
Right. So, led the team with 10 tackles today. You guys had probably the toughest assignment you're going to have all year playing against UNH's offense. What makes them so tough to handle, and how do you guys think you did?
They obviously got a bunch of good players, good talent on that team. And watching film going into this week, they do a lot of different formations, a lot of stuff like that to mess with our eyes. So I think when it comes down to it, we just got to be on point with our assignments, get our eyes right, and get back to work this week and fix that up.
And are there any positives to take away from today's game into the next one?
I mean, there's always some positives, but at the end of the day, we lost, and just gotta get back to work this week, watch film, correct our mistakes, and get ready for Villanova.
You said there are some positives. What are they?
Well, for me personally, unfortunately we had Pirelli go down, so I had to step up instead of being that rotational player. So I was able to finally, get out there and take advantage of my shot.
Jayce, on your touchdown, just can you walk us through what you saw and how the play broke down, I guess?
Yeah, I had an open access route, so the corner kind of started in press, but during the cadence, the quarterback's cadence, he kind of backed off, so I knew I'd have the access hitch, and my quarterback just did a great job of just getting me the ball where I could catch it and then make a move after, and just the corner just didn't really do a good job of sizing me up on the tackle. It kind of took me up high, which you can't really do on bigger receivers, so I just spun off into the sideline and just was to the races after that.
On your touchdown, it's 3rd and forever. You're probably only playing for better punting position at that point in case he hits you on the out route. Cornerback misses the tackle. Now what's going through your mind?
My thought then was just don't go out of bounds, don't get caught. I just kept the ball in my hand because I didn't even want to break my stride, so I was just trying to score. That was just my mentality, to just score, get my team some points.
How have you seen Casey kind of develop or I guess mature as the season's gone on?
Yeah, just getting comfortable with just the receivers and just knowing where to put the ball for the different receivers. We're all different sizes, so during practice and stuff, and just that connection and just everybody bonding.
He had talked last week, and Coach Priore talked again a little bit today about I guess there's some frustration about not finishing drives. Do you guys feel that? Because it looked like you had some drives going on and it just, for whatever reason, whether it's penalties or just kind of stagnating there, you couldn't finish them off.
Yeah, definitely. Just shooting ourselves in the foot, just missed assignments on plays where it should be big plays. It's definitely frustrating, and we definitely want to eliminate that. And, we definitely been taking steps to get better with that. I feel like we have gotten better at that, but, we still got ways to go till we completely eliminate those. But, yeah, just finishing drives, I feel like that's just really what kills us.
Awesome. And that was your first career touchdown.
Yeah.
So, how good does it feel to score it in the fashion that you did on homecoming, 98 yards?
Yeah, it feels great to do that in front of a crowd like this, especially on a night like this. I just wish we could have got the win at the end of the night.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
No problem.
Yes.